I'm on Tab, and today we're on my layout list again. I know, crazy, right? So if you don't know, I've been making this layout list where I put dolls in like order. Basically, it's to help me with my now layout that I'm working on, but also my future layout for any dolls that I accumulate. This is how I would like display them and like what I think would look good together. Obviously, I'm not sure because I don't have all the dolls if like sizing would work, but a lot of them I did by category. I'll kind of explain. I've talked about it before, but I did Rainbow High and OMG because I think they look good together. I think then that looks nice together, and then I like the fresh dolls just because they have bigger heads, but I don't know if like that size would be off. Anyways, these ones because I think they look cute together. That one, like I think they just look nice. Those would transition into Bratzilla's, and then these, don't ask what was here because honestly I don't remember what was in between them. And then these, and now I'm working on Monster High, so this to this. And then I also have like my Disney dolls, so like all the Disney theming dolls I would want near each other, slash fairy tales I should say. Not all of them are Disney, but fairy tale looking dolls. And then that goes into other things, weird looking dolls, fairies to mermaids, that kind of vibe. I have a whole bunch laid out. Some of them obviously like these don't transition into each other, but that's okay. Not the point, because obviously I won't have like all my doll lines won't be able to connect because I don't have a shelf long enough to do that. So anyways, the point is that I am working on this one right now because that's pretty long. Like it goes from there to there. Does it? Yes. Okay. Here all the way to them to them to okay, yeah. And then does it keep going? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think this would be bad to have them like go into that. Like I think they kind of look somewhat vibing. Actually, these dolls give that. If you see that, like I see that. Anyways, not the point. We're not doing that right now. Anyways, so I'm working on this one, this grouping that I've already gone through. I've already done those. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Anyways, I just finished off here, so we're working on Monster High right now. So let's look at how we'll do that. Okay, so here are some of my dolls. We have the Bratzillas, from these dolls to Bratzillas, and then we went into the Mystics, and then we went from the Mystics into, oh my gosh, what are they called? Twilight Teens. I actually thought about putting Pixie Punk next to them because I feel like Pixie Punk looks like these dolls, but I think I opted out for that because I really wanted these to go into Monster High. So I have to now connect Monster High onto these 4 dolls here, okay? Which there's a lot of Monster High here. They are all laid out. Hopefully I have them, but I don't have the newer waves in here. And then no like collector dolls. So here's all those, and then I'm going to then take the Monster High and transition into these. Now I need to put them in the order that I want, which will probably be something like, I think I like them like this. I really like this one the most, but now I have to find something to connect to her. All 4 of those plus going back all the way over to these dolls. Okay, if that makes sense. And then also I need to figure out how many can be on the bottom row, but we'll take a look in a minute. I like the idea of keeping my dolls separate, like the generations 1, 2, and 3. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the first generation, the second and third for this right now. Maybe did I separate them? Possibly. Give me a second. I pulled out some of the basic ones that I think might go. I did move some stuff around, but I might move it back because I changed my mind in what I was doing. So we're gonna move it back. I don't think I really moved anyone else, but I could have. I just don't remember if I did. Anyways, so I'm gonna pick ones to go next to these ones now out of these ones here. And then I want to keep like these ones because they're like their main release looking dolls. I think I'm missing some. I'll have to go back in. And then I'm going to leave in dolls that are specific to the movie. So like here, they never made a Claude in like his outfit that he usually wears. Is there anyone in here that I left? I guess like Billy. Oh, actually I'll take Billy. My bad. Who else is in there? Sorry, I'm movies different. I was gonna say, oh, her, she'd be an example, and then this one, but I want to keep them in their movie that they're in, so we're gonna keep them there. I was looking for Skelita because I know that I'm missing her. I'll have to keep looking her because I feel like she's prominent to the movie, but I guess I could put her with the OG girls and gals, OG ghouls and gals. What about the next one? Am I missing anybody? I don't think I really found anyone in here. Any original looking dolls? Doop. Probably not. Honey, I want to keep her with these. And yes, those are technically like original to the movie, but that's, or to the, anyways, it makes sense in my head. I'm missing someone and I cannot figure out who I was. Where's the caddy? Do I not have her? Is she not in here? And then like another example would be like these ones, but they're important to the movie, so they're gonna stay there. Where's Caddy? Where's Caddy's original look? It's really bothering me and I cannot find it. I feel like I'm gonna take Winona because I can. Where's her original? That's not her original, I don't think.
Okay, so right now I'm taking a look at the Twilight Teens. Hopefully that's what they're called. And the Monster Idols and kind of pairing them up. That one kind of looks inspired by Venus. Whenever I look at her, that's what I see. I want to pair ones up that I think look somewhat similar. Obviously, I think the pink-haired one could be like a Laguna reference, but also it doesn't look exactly like it. Here's what I ended up coming up with. I think that's what I'm showing now, but honestly I couldn't tell you. Anyways, I don't really have anything else too much to say here, but yeah, that's what I have so far.
I did a lot of finagling for this, so here are my thoughts. So the next ones that I'm going to start, I'm going to need them to line up nicely here, but we'll figure that out later. So we have the ghouls rule, so I went by movie. The movies are going to be next, okay? Hopefully the colors look fine, but listen, hear me out. These ones first, they'll go first because I wanted some of like the more fancy looking. I actually debated flipping them, but I think it'll be fine. And then these, which now that I look at it, a lot of these aren't super like fancy, so we'll just do this for a minute. Maybe these ones won't come next, but they will be organized next. Then these ones, obviously it's not like organized how I want it yet, but just the idea, okay? You'll see what I mean. And then these ones, and then these ones, and then these ones, and then I'm gonna go through and get some of the more fancy looking outfits. So basically, wait. So these ones, they're a bit more just like upscale fancy. We've got a lot of these in dresses here, so we're gonna take these ones and then we're gonna have dolls on the side of them, on like it would be like next to Cleo, looking more upscale. And then we're gonna get less fancy, okay? Ignore the rollerblading ones that are on the side. Here we go. We got Boo York. I want all the movie ones next to each other just because I think that they look nice. I went to Boo York, and then we went these ones because we're introducing a few more characters, specifically this one. Who's the other character that we introduced? Literally right here. And then we're gonna go to this one because this one, I've taken half the dolls that are supposed to be in this movie. Where are they? Are they just in there? I'll have to look them up because I don't see them. Okay, and then we have these because they're more casual. Okay, very casual here. And then we're going to go back over here to very casual, and then swim, and then this will go into the swim line. Okay, the other swim line. Thoughts? I think it looks fine. Also, what are you doing here?
Okay, so there's a lot here, but we'll do my best. So these dolls I categorized as having very like similar aesthetics, very simple outfits, and like the mini dress look, like Monster High always does a mini dress. Nothing wrong with it, but here they are. Obviously not all of them have that, but I also wanted to like keep the lines, so that's why they have their names there. I wanted to know who's in each line. Obviously I took some out for some of the other things, like Caddy and stuff, like she's supposed to be in a line, so keep that in mind. Anyways, I'm showing you here, there's like Scaremaster, Killer Style, some more basic. That's like a London trip. I wanted to kind of keep those two along with the whatever underneath it. I can't see the name. It's okay. There's School Chat. There's Claudine is supposed to be with the Halloween, but I wanted to keep Halloween somewhere else, I guess. I don't have anything else to really say while I'm going through this, but I was talking and I forgot to put volumes. That's my bad. So we're gonna start off here, I guess, and I'm gonna say it multiple times throughout the video, but the reason why I'm putting it in the order that I'm doing it now, like on top of each other stacked, is that oftentimes I think the doll in the back, like the back row, like gets neglected. Depending on where I put them, like my Monster Idols where they are now displayed, I can see them, but not all the time is that the case. So I think the back row gets neglected, and if I put a full line back there, I'd feel really sad. So I like this way I can at least see one of the dolls from the line. Obviously if I had like my true display, I'd be able to see every single doll, but nonetheless, so that's kind of my thinking here, and I'm just gonna try to put dolls that either theming wise they seem similar, or ones that I think would look fine together. And with other doll lines, I was very like particular on, I didn't want two of the same character to be next to each other, and I honestly don't have that issue here. I think the dolls are distinctly different enough. Even if they have a very similar style, like Draculaura next to Draculaura, I think it looks fine. If it really bothers me, I'll change it, but I haven't noticed the issue yet. So I am just putting like the ones that I like in the line the most in front, and then I'm going back and select the ones in the back are my least favorite. That doesn't mean that I don't like them. I really had the issue when I was dealing with one of the doll lines. I was like, I really like all of these lines. Oh, Freak to Chic, that one. I was like really having issues here. But anyways, I'm just kind of putting them in a particular order that I think they look nice. Yeah, and I'm going in and whatever. I have some other ones that I've also planned / laid out a little bit more. But you'll see. That is the geek one. I can never remember. Geek chic maybe. That one's giving G2, like the transition. So you're gonna see me split it in half, with the basic and geek chic, put that somewhere else, and then we're gonna move into it. But I'm doing this as if they're like a display that moves into each other. Next we're going on to these ones. I'm showing you here. These are the movie related ones. I want them near each other. I didn't put G2 next to it, and I know I'm missing the Great Scarier Reef, that line. I think they are G1, but I always feel like they're G2, so we're gonna count them G2. If they are, you can let me know, but if I'm wrong, I'm ignoring you. I actually really like that movie too. I remember like setting my DVR for that. Was it on Nickelodeon? I feel like it had to have been, but maybe I'm making that up. I just feel like I remember recording it. Anyways, so I'm putting them here. Okay. Thoughts. Monster High doesn't have a lot of very like fancy updo like lines, I guess. So I was like really struggling with what I needed to put next to the, oh my god, what are those? I can't think of what line that is on the end. I feel like that's from my favorite Monster High movie too. I cannot think of what it's called. It's the Halloween one, right? Am I making that up? We Are Monsters? No. That sounds like a song. Whatever line that is, I was struggling on like what's gonna go next to them. Do I think Haunted is really the right choice? No. But then also on the other side, I feel like it makes more sense to maybe put the 13 Wishes next to them. They're a little bit more fancier. I honestly don't know why I put Haunted next to them, but you know, we can let me fester. I have Laguna, the one in the 13 Wishes line. I actually think she's really cool, so I do feel bad for putting her there. You're gonna see that I do falter and put a lot of the boys in the back row. I do actually really like boy dolls. I want you to understand that so much. I do actually really like them. I'm so sorry that they're back there. It's every time too, except Porter. You can see Porter made it up front. Anyways, Boo York, I wanted like the new characters to have their time to shine, so I really did try to stick to like putting more of the main characters or the new characters, the ones that they added. There. Do you want to know what's so disappointing about Boo York? They never did the one guy. I really liked him. And maybe that's why they didn't do it. I feel like anytime I like a character, they'll be like, nah, we're not gonna do it. But they made like Porter, which no disappointment, loved Porter. But like, why didn't they do? I can't even think of his name too, and it's because he doesn't have a doll. Is why I don't know it. I'm kidding. Anyways, the Pharaoh dude is what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're on Boo York. Next we have this line. I'm actually missing somebody, and I want you to know. If you can see me I'm counting because I wanted to know whatever number it is divided by 4. That's when you like go into each row. I'm missing the Frankie that is supposed to be in here. I know there's a Frankie, but there's a second one, Frankie as Claudine, like crossed over. I actually own that one, and that was something that like I forgot, is like I had to add a bunch in because I do own some of these dolls, and Frankie was missing. But just note that I do have, like, in my mind, Frankie will be placed in there, and I think I put Frankie in the back. I do actually like that doll. It's my first ever Monster High doll too. I just think that the other dolls are much stronger. But that is my first ever Monster High doll. I know, the Frankie from that line. Such a weird one to have, but nonetheless, I really like them. I really like that doll. Anyways, I feel bad for putting them in the back after saying that, but that's okay. Who's next? I feel like I'm really loud. I'm sorry. It's the oh my god, what is this line called? Hollywood? No, I know it's Hollywood, but I cannot think of what the movie's called, but honestly it's fine. Again, the brand new characters are getting moved to the front. We have Elizabeth, Honey, Swamp, and then someone next to her. I can't see her because my thing's blocking it. It's okay. And then we have, what is this? Oh, this is I'm not good with movie names. It's the one where they go to Paris. Scaris. Anyways, see, some of these, I just feel like this line, some of these dolls do not look like they go together. Also, are the two-pack, the Gargoyles, Rochelle, and Garrot, are they from this line? Because I don't even remember. I just put them together because I was like, it's the Scaris ones. But Rochelle gets $2, which I guess is fine. I guess that happens sometimes, but not a lot. Next, what else? Okay, we have the rollerblading line. I debated putting the rollerblading line, like going beach, then the rollerblading. Would that have made much sense next to the one line? No, but because they would flow into sports, but I did swim, and then swim flows into other swim, which flows into sports. But nonetheless, there's a roller skating dolls, and I'm like, do I put the other roller skating dolls with these ones? So we did the rollerblading. Again, I don't remember the name of the movie. Also a really good movie though. Roller Maze? No, I think I made that up. Also can never remember the beach lines. Is there 3? Gloom Beach. That's all that I got. I don't know. Okay, laying these ones out. I always feel bad for the ones in the back, but nonetheless, I do really like some of these dolls. And then we have more swim dolls. I have the names too. I would like you to know that. I thought I remembered them, but I really must not have. I did not know that is there really 3 lines of swim dolls? It's so interesting. But I guess easier to make. I feel bad putting Holt back there. Nope, Holt, not Heath, Holt, back there, because I really like Holt and Jackson. So I'm kind of sad that I put them back there, but that's okay. Also, did they make like OG outfits that they wear, like the OG outfit that they usually wear? Did they make that into a doll? Because I loved Holt and Jackson in the show, and it always is really disappointing when they don't give male dolls their everyday, like, casual outfit. I can never remember what that's called. I feel like Ever After High has a name. Okay. I yawned. I'm tired. We got dance class, so we moved from the beach dolls into the dance class, and then we're gonna move into the workout. This is workout. They're only 3, so they don't go all the way back. Again, if it really bothers me, the spacing, I can move them in and stuff. Like, I don't mind putting the workout one. It's not a very exciting line. I wouldn't mind putting them in back. Sorry. The back row. Now we have some sports. We're gonna go cheer, and then we're gonna go to the fans. I do put a lot of the fans in the back. There's not very exciting outfits. I do have Venus and Spectra. And then also, I noticed another line that I'm missing that's not ranked in here, the student body counts, I believe. I also own those dolls, which is why they're not apparently ranked in here. I just forgot about that. I was like, I feel like I'm missing a doll. No, I'm missing 5, at least. Anyways. Okay, so then next we're adding more dolls. So this is the front of the line near Twilight Teens. I think I'm adding in some extra random characters that I have that I didn't know where to put, some of the newer ones that I actually really like their designs for. And then I can't remember what that line's called, but it's something, but I feel like it just kind of fit, and so we're gonna continue to go with it. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say here, but we're gonna be moving into maybe some more fancy lines. I don't know. We'll see. Again, boy doll is Manster is in the back. Who knows what I'm doing? I probably forgot that I was on this page. Yeah, I definitely did. Okay, next. So this one I think I moved. Am I moving them? I don't know. Here we are, just doodling along. Okay, so this is why the next slide. These are kind of like organized into more of the fancier lines, I guess. And I gotta somehow make it to the other one that I was talking about that I was like, I don't know what to do for. I cannot think of what it's called. The ghouls rule. Oh my god, it's a ghouls rule. That line. And then we're messing with some more stuff, so I'm placing some more dolls here, and I gotta make it go from like least casual or least fancy to most fancy in order to get the ghouls rule. And by fancy I just mean like big ball gowns. I feel like Barbie does so many ball gowns. At least they did in the 80s and 90s, and Monster High does not, which is disappointing because I think ball gowns look so fun. Anyways, I think I'm going back and forth, and I'm deciding. So the picture day dolls. Next. Sorry, Abby. I said I know exactly who's going in the back. Frankie tends to be the front. I love all of Frankie's dolls, no matter what generation. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Frankie's character. Definitely more characters that I prefer, but Frankie is typically the one that's in the front. I just typically really like their design. And I have that same thing with Apple from Ever After High. I hated Apple's character, despised Apple's character, with a passion. Love Apple's dolls, love them. I think they are so good. So you don't have to love character to like the dolls. What is this? What line? Oh, the dot dead gorgeous, something like that. Okay, works for me. Laguna looks really good. I feel like I tend to not like Laguna's dolls, so when we get some good ones, I'm like, yeah. I feel like Frankie consistently has really good ones. Draculaura, it's fan favorite, always pretty much has consistently good ones. Claudine, I feel like it's a hit or miss, and I feel like same for Cleo. I do actually really like the one with Cleo and Deuce, but I think that it's just not as good as some of the others, but I don't like that Laguna one. Moving stuff around here, we've got it's like zombie shakes, right? So I put Melody and Persephone together because you have to. And then we have the Sweet Screams, which rumored to have new character for it, possibly. So Sweet Screams here. So sidetrack, but that's a like budget one, right? Does it actually go to Sweet Screams? It probably doesn't. It's just a random one that I placed and whoops. And then we have the fairy tale ones, which I love fairy tale dolls. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. We're probably moving in. I think the movie dolls, yep. Okay. Moving a few things over. Beautiful. Wonderful. Move them over. Perfect. Got it. Next, here's some more movie ones. Again, moving it over a little bit, just adjusting a little space. Adding more. I don't know who's next. We'll have to see while this is happening. Some rollerblade ones. Good. Cool. Then we're moving this over to add more dolls, possibly. Yeah, the sports ones. And who's next after this? I remember being like, I don't know who I want to put next to these sports ones, but I think I ended up doing school related, so I don't remember what this line's called. Oh, art class. It's like art class. And then we're gonna do classroom next. I could not remember what that one was called. I was like, I don't know what those dolls are. Aren't those dolls just randomly found? I was like, yep, they'll go here. Classroom next, because they're school related. The other ones were sports, school. And then I did art because sports and then art. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm vibing. Next. More related. We got Monster Exchange. As in like exchange students and heritage. I'm thinking like they did a class and they're telling us about what they found about their heritage, you know? We're telling a story here with my doll lines. And then I did put them in back. I know they're a different doll line. But I am sorry. We've got Carnival. I just randomly popped it in. Who knows? I think I'm gonna add a few more. Yeah, okay. Some random ones. No clue what the Persephone is from or the one above it. I remember it's a part of a line, but I didn't remember what one. So they're just gonna go here. Do I have anything else? Oh, and then the ones are like accessories, and then these are 2-packs, maybe 2-packs. So yeah, I really like Holt. Nope, that's Jackson. I really like Frankie, and then Holt and Jackson. Really wish that they would introduce them to G2, because they haven't done that, or G3, sorry, they haven't done that right. They usually just one dude, but nope, not Jackson and Holt. Anyways, this is the I Love Fashion dolls. Neat. Love these ones. Of course, Dracula and Cleo at the top. Yawned again, sorry. Who's next? Okay, looking at more dolls. More that have been separated a little bit. Just kind of organizing, I guess. Just a little organizing. Debating where I want to put stuff, I guess. I think I'm thinking through. I'm thinking through things and I don't know. But that's okay. Maybe. Okay, I feel like I get rid of those, but maybe not. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so then I wanted to put the sleepover ones where they're at because I feel as if they look more childish, and then we're gonna put the other slumber party ones next to it. That's Dead Tired. I don't know what the other slumber party line's called, but the one that I'm working on right now is Dead Tired. I thought about like what do I want to put next to them, but honestly it's okay because like I don't think anything is gonna really nicely go into pajama line, unless the only ones that I could think of would be like the workout ones. Judge me not, but they kind of look similar. Anyways, who is next? After that, we have these lines I'm showing you. I think. So I'm telling you, what was I saying? That's what I'm working with, and then these ones here are what I'm working with, and then I need to somehow connect them from the sleepover line to maybe the I Love Fashion. Is that what it is? That's what we're dealing with. My thoughts. yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, but that's okay. Okay, so I don't remember what line they're a part of. Don't ask. Could not tell you, actually. Do not remember. And then I think I split those up a little, which is fine. Just to distinguish a little bit better, those are the Create a Monster dolls, which I do really want, but I do not have. Okay. So then we have these ones, which I'm looking at. What am I doing now? I think right then I jumped and I was planning. So we're gonna do the music ones next to the I Heart Fashion, and then we're gonna move them. I need to somehow get to the Dead Tired, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go I Heart Fashion and then Music Festival because music related, and then after that, I guess what I was working to get to is I need to get to the carnival one, and I need to make the carnival freak to chic, somehow make it to the pajama line. How's it gonna work? Well, I'll show you. Then we have this line, I don't remember what it's called, and then we're gonna move into this line, the hero line, whatever it's called, and then freak to chic, and then you'll see what I put next to freak to chic. I promise. You will. Okay, the best ones were obviously Frankie and Torlai, and then this line I was like, I don't think any of them are not great. So I debated, and then I was like, am I gonna move Claudine, because I feel like people like Claudine, but it just doesn't really give Claudine vibes, so I ended up moving it. I am missing Calliope or like any of the other Frightfully Tall dolls, but that's where they'd go. Calliope is taken off because I own Calliope and I forgot to put her on there. My bad. But nonetheless, we're shifting, I guess, shifting a few things. But I think it looks nice. Okay. Do I think that the Create a Monster is gonna look super nice next to them? I don't know, but that's okay. Here I am. I think I'm showing you. But now I have officially I have officially placed all or most of the dolls that are for G1. Obviously, I'm missing a few that I've already mentioned. But this is the order of how I have them on display, and hopefully if I ever accumulate close to this amount, this is an option of how I could display them on my display. Obviously one day I would like to get to this point. I'm saying different names. I think I named a decent amount of them. But I really like this order. I think it looks nice, and I like kind of the transition that I did from like big fancy ball gowns to not big fancy ball gowns. Do I have anything else to say? Not really, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was saying at this point, but that's okay. You can see some of like the beach, and then that goes into sports. That's kind of what I was talking about, which goes into, I can't see what's on the end, but that's okay. Okay, and then that's gonna transition into the classroom, which will transition into more theming, and then the random 2-packs and some random ones that I just decided to put in the I Heart Fashion dolls, and then the music festival and music dolls, and then I cannot remember what this line is called, but that's okay. Is that, I feel like that's something gloom, but maybe not. Am I just thinking of gloom and bloom, whatever it's called, and then the hero, and then freak to chic, which will transition to those dolls that I cannot figure out. I cannot remember what they are, and then Slumber Party, and then the Save Frankie, and then the basic, and then the geek chic. So it's kind of a nice flow, and then after this I will end up ranking G2 dolls. Sorry, I was much faster than that is, and it's sped up. Anyways, eventually I will rank G2 and G3. It'll go a lot less, like a lot faster, because there aren't as many dolls. I think I'll do a quick show of the G2 dolls and then the G3. I like the idea of kind of separating them because while I think G1 and G2 can stand together, like I think that you can intermix them, I display them that way. G3 I feel like is so different that I just personally like the idea of them being not together. I talked about here, I think that the whatever that's called, the Great Scarier Reef is actually considered G1. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm putting it in G2, so hopefully it is actually G2. Anyways, so then here's G3. I do need to add more G3 dolls because I'm missing some, but nonetheless, that is fine. Yeah. Anyways, Mactra, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Yeah, this is me kind of putting my dolls in an order that I would like to eventually display them if I ever get all these dolls. Anyways, again, thank you for watching. Bye!